Hey y'all, it's December the 9th, 2018. Thank you. I appreciate you for joining me. Real quick, I wanted to share with y'all some stuff. Alright. I wanted to talk with y'all a little bit about Parkland, stuff like that, for the people who know a lot about it, for the people who are just starting to dabble in it and figure out little details and stuff like that. I wanted to holler at you about Parkland. And what's interesting to note about Parkland, like many other things, is that it's over-the-top lies. This lie is so hard that you'll notice that it's hard to grasp. It's hard to decipher just how large these lies are. And then you start to realize that. And once you get past that step, start to realize that every single thing is a lie, basically, or it could be a lie. Why should we believe any of it? All right? And it might take some people longer than others, but that is kind of the process. And it's bewildering. It's amazing. It's actually amazing, right? How many details are absolutely absurd and preposterous, right? I'm going to upload a video, re-upload a video from this guy who I just became aware of. But I've heard different other people just like him, actually. All right, in fact, here's a clip. Here's a small clip.
My daughter's done ABC,
Now this one, like, come on now. They trying to be funny right here.
and then NBC, we've done a tornado, a mall shooting, we've done a diner shooting, school shooting, church shooting. There's no doubt about it.
That's what really happens. They put the kids, grown-ups in fake shootings. They crisis actors. Motherfuckers get shot. Then they on TV 3 hours later talking. Then motherfuckers saw 10 people get shot in the front of them and they on TV talking. Okay. That's how it goes down? Okay. If you believe that, you're a stupid motherfucker.
Alright, I'm going to upload that video. You can catch it on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him if you like that sort of stuff. It's not really the kind of stuff that most people would like. It's very vulgar and things of this nature. But I wanted to point out, because it's not so eloquent how the man on the YouTube puts it, but however, I think that his points are very poignant, actually. Right? I want to point out something that's kind of simple. A lot of people probably already considered it. A lot of people probably haven't. All right? There's so many details that just don't add up about Parkland. In fact, pretty much all the details don't add up. So, you know, some people, they don't even catch what's, to include myself, what's simple and right in front of their face. Like, for example, natural human behavior in tragedies such as where people were getting shot at and it's all sort of mayhem, you have to know, all right? It's not anybody's opinion, all right? I don't know if you ever seen it, but natural human behavior is to be traumatized, all right, for a while, to maybe beyond words, all right? Especially if it's very heinous. A lot of people die, there's bloodshed everywhere. People just can't, they're not going to come up with the words. Not immediately, not right there, just, you know, as the event unfolds. It's not going to happen, all right? And also, my man points out that it is human behavior, usually, typically, it's human behavior to not even want to be in front of a news camera, all right? If you're a witness to a terrible, disastrous crime and you don't even know if they caught everybody, how would you even know? All right? So it's typical. It's very typical. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. There's not one person who doesn't know what I'm talking about. All right? Witnesses do not typically jump up in front of a news camera and articulate all sort of words and put their name out there, put their face out there. It's not typically what they do. That being said, of course, there's going to be exceptions to the rule. It's probably going to be people with no sense at all who are going to jump in front of the camera, say all the things what they've seen, stuff like that, go home and hope that nobody does nothing to them. All right? There's going to be exceptions to the rule, but the rule is that most people would hesitate before jumping in front of a news camera, all right, and testifying all that they've seen. All right, so it's very unnatural. That being said, all right, by definition, the witnesses from Parkland and stuff spilling the beans all out on camera, right in front of the cameras. I mean, they're doing something unnatural. And thereby suspicious, all right? It's not to say that they're lying. Who knows if they're lying? I don't know. I'm not accusing them of lying. I'm saying what they're doing is just suspicious. It doesn't make any sense. All right? A lot of stuff doesn't make any sense about Parkland. All right? I wanted to point that out. It's very simple. It doesn't make any sense why they would do this. All right? In fact, it makes all sort of sense when mouth is dry. Don't have a drink. It makes all sort of sense that these people would run and hide and not say anything. All right? It makes all sort of sense that these people actually are crisis actors, which is a real thing that people openly talk about. All right? So, I mean, that would actually make more sense, right? That being said, was this all a hoax and nobody died, nobody got injured? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you it was. I don't know. All right? But I don't know. That's the thing. You don't know either. A lot of people don't know. In fact, don't nobody on earth know, hardly. But a lot of people convince themselves because the news told them so that it's actually a real thing. All right? It's not a real thing. Here's the deal. And before I get out of here, I want to explain that down below. You got all sort of links. There's for the different places in which I'm diversifying different platforms and stuff where you can find me. If I do in fact get banned, which should be any day now, all right, from YouTube, you'll be able to find me. Go ahead and bookmark those, right, so that you know where they're at, and subscribe to me if in fact I get banned, right? So I wanted to point that out, but also before I get out of here, I want to emphasize, and I'm going to continue to do so, we're still going to bring up all sort of different topics that are necessary to talk about as far as the world and what's going on around here. All right. I want to point out that although this channel is specializing mainly in the Parkland thing, just because we're so down deep up into that rabbit hole that you might as well just keep going. All right. We got an expertise on it. There's all sort of experts on it, creating a network of people with just a massing amount of information, all right? Information that proves 100% times 1,000,000% that we've been lied to all over the place. But it's not only just Parkland, it's actually the whole entire thing. It's the whole entire, what you would call mass media or whatever you put on the television. It's all that. And it's all up on the internet, too. It's everywhere. All right? It's everywhere. A lot of people get flustered, overwhelmed. A lot of people start, freaking out in their brain, spazzing out, and sometimes just going dead-brained. All right? They got dead names. These people, they'll do what they had to do. Other people are going to do what they had to do. Pretty much what I'm describing, I guess, is a separation between two different peoples. All right, one acts a certain kind of way, the other ones act another kind of way. All right, it might sound complicated, but for example, in France, all right, for example, Paris right now, all sort of fires. All right, that's not natural. People set those fires. Big old protest. Why? The government's tripping. All right, some people like how France's government is operating. Right. Other ones of them do not at all hate it, or they really dislike it. South Africa, all right. Just to keep going with examples, there's all sort of people who like where the government's going with that, and there's all sort of people who do not understand it and think that it's barbarism, and it is. They're separating. They're having to separate now. It's all over the place. There's all sort of people who love the idea of thirsting after the blood of Nicholas Cruz from Parkland. They love to think about the idea of him being tortured, stuff like that. There's another set of people who have no idea what happened and they just can't find Nicholas Cruz guilty without first finding him guilty and looking at evidence. Those people are all separating, all right, in everything that they do. For example, there's some people got the news on in the background. I know a lot of people, they do that just for noise or whatever. They'll be telling them voices, and it feels good in their brain. They think that that's reality. It's not reality, actually. It's actually almost 180 difference. It's the complete opposite almost, and it's inverted. Basically, there's a different reality. A lot of people are just unplugging. All right, and they're going about things in a different way. For example, getting news and updates from people who will talk back to them and or can be interactive with them on the internet and say words and don't have to read teleprompters and stuff like that. Don't have to put on makeup and stuff like that. You get all pretty for the camera and stuff like that. There's people who are going a different way. That's what's going on. No matter what we talk about, no matter what we talk about here on this channel, that is exactly what's going on. Separation, all right? And I just want to I intend to dive down the Parkland thing to show you how absurd it can get. And then I got the feeling how perverted it could get. And perverse and satanic and demonic, all right? I got a weird feeling, but I'll holler at y'all about it a little bit later. Hopefully I can live stream a little bit later, and I'll let you know. I appreciate y'all. All right, so holler at me. Let me know if you know anything good, and I appreciate y'all. It's December the 9th, 2018.